Alright, welcome to day number 6. We've actually just taken a few trades, so we're going to jump straight into things. You can see there we've got the USD JPY as well as Euro JPY. So we're favouring, or rather unfavouring, the JPY pairing. Two good risk rewards. We've got 3.4 and 4.8. 4.8 really good, quite a big take profit on the Euro JPY. But with the USD JPY, it's a little bit smaller. 28 pips we're looking for there. So I quite like this entry. I'm hoping it's going to push a little bit lower, obviously. I think it's giving a good indication here that it's rejecting this level. I would have liked to have the stop loss a little bit higher above this level here, but we're banking on the fact that it's going to come back down. It seems to have bounced off this level a few times, and we're thinking that it's going to be heading back down at least to this level. So I quite like this trade, as I said. Let's check out the Euro JPY. Very similar situation. We've got a little bit of a movement on the way down here. What I actually need to do is add a countdown for how much longer there is for the current candle. That could be something good to have, maybe up in the top right hand side next to this clock there. Something to think about. But I quite like this in terms of the stop loss, right? We've just hit this level here, we've bounced back down, a little bit of a projection there, then a bounce back up to the level, and now a strong looking red candle. So let's hope that this closes a little bit further down, ideally a bit below this level here. We are coming to the end of the Asian session, so it's going to become a little bit more volatile, but we're hoping we can make a little bit of a move in favor of our take profits for both of these trades. So we've only actually had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signals come through for the recent 15-minute period. You'll notice we no longer have the option to take these trades, and this happens after 5 minutes. So I made a bit of a change there, where after 5 minutes we don't have the option to take the trade at all. So we have that 5-minute period to decide, and we also are unable to take the trade if it's moved more than, I believe I have it set at 10% in the direction of the take profit. This has been done for a few reasons, one of which is that we have the leaderboard functionality that we're going to be adding in. And if we're going to be adding prizes there, we don't want people waiting for 15 minutes to see whether or not a trade has gone in their direction and then taking that trade. Now, we do have something in place that would have counteracted that anyway, because we do actually look at the current time and the entry price when a trade is taken. So we're not just using the signal metrics, the signal entry price, the signal time. We're also taking into account the time, right, that we actually take that trade. And look at that, we've actually got a hybrid trade that's come through. Armory's been working on the hybrids, and obviously they are actually working and functional. So that's quite interesting there. We are only, I think, using the last 1,000 data points. So out of the last 1,000 data points, it's taken 7 trades, 1,000 data points being roughly 10 days. And it's had an accuracy of 28.6%. The maximum risk is always going to be 1.5%, because that's the human strategy it's modeled off. So we don't change that, we just change some of the parameters that are getting optimized around it. So it's exciting to see that functional. He's been working on that for a while and getting that working, and just put the final effort in today to get it over the line. So yesterday we took 2 trades, and we'll see, unfortunately we got a loss for the first trade here for USD JPY. It was teetering on touching our stop loss, and we might have even hit it at this candle here. It looks like it's a little bit above, and then it went in our favor, probably 2/3 before bouncing back up and definitely hitting the stop loss here. So a little bit unfortunate there. We kind of got the direction right. It looks like it's going to continue down in that direction anyway, and we have entered, as I said, another sell here for the USD JPY. So we are banking on the fact that it is going to go down, but unfortunately we didn't get that trade going our way. This trade, however, did. This was on the GBP USD, so we've got a nice winner here, and I believe it was about 3.3% return on the account there. So a decent take there, and that covers a couple of losses that we've got happening recently. So that's the beauty of having 3.2. Beauty of having a positive risk to reward in the range of 2 to 3 is that you don't need very many winners, right? You need to only win sort of 1 in every 4 if you're above 1 to 3. So for this particular strategy, if we were taking many trades like this, we would only need to win 25% of our trades to be profitable, which is a huge benefit because you can afford to be wrong 3 out of those 4 times and you can still make money. Because the law of averages over time, you're going to, that 0.2 is extra, so you're going to make that money. And the 3 losers are always going to be 1%. So if you lose 3, negative 3, win 1, positive 0.2%. So it really is a beautiful thing. Risk management is a huge factor when it comes to reaching profitability as a trader, and we will instill that in everyone who attempts to reach profitability through using our system. So we're actually looking like we might possibly be at a reasonable level for another sell here. It's bouncing back up. Now there's potential it's going to head back down. We see we've got a good support level there. It's bounced back up to that level, and there's not a heck of a lot of, let's see whether there's any, so we actually have just been coming down and down and down. But we can see that there is this level here that's bounced off previously. It's broken down, it's gone back up a little bit, it's come back down, it's bounced back up. So there is a level here, and I would feel relatively comfortable taking a sell with a stop loss above this level and a take profit down here. So let's make a note of that for GBP USD. Let me just find my book. Where did I put it? There we go. And a pen, and we'd be looking for a sell on the GBP USD. So let's have a look at some of the other pairings. I don't believe we're getting very many signals for the AUD USD at the moment. Oh, we did get one. Oh no, that's in our journal. Mind. Yeah, so it appears the algorithm is struggling a little bit to find profitable strategies for the current conditions, but that's alright. In fact, the USD JPY has not been performing very well at all as of late, so we're a bit risky taking a trade there. The Euro JP looks like it's been performing a bit better, still subpar, but this is, remember, only from the last 200 data points, so many of these could have been sort of the wrong direction, right? We could have had a momentary uptrend and then a continuation for the downtrend. So these metrics here are semi-irrelevant when it comes to it, right? You shouldn't be looking at this and thinking that, okay, this is a way better group of strategies than this. It just means that the market has gone in the direction that it believed it was going to go, and continued with the overarching trend, because at the moment we are using a decision support system and we're only taking decisions or taking trades that agree with the overarching trend of that market. So GBP USD, we were going to take a buy. AUD USD we're ignoring. Euro GBP, we were looking for buys. Let's see where we're at. I don't feel, if we were down at this level here, I would have been happy to take a buy, and we probably would have almost hit the target. But we're sort of in this middle ground, no man's land at the moment, so we're not going to be taking buys there, and we are quite sideways, as you can see. I do believe we're probably going to continue up, but until we break this level, we can't really confirm that the continuation has happened, right? But then again, if we're looking here, we're doing quite a repetitive process, aren't we? We're going up, we're sort of creating the second top, we're going up, we're breaking, we're creating the second top, sort of, almost. We're going up, we're breaking, and we're happening at this 10:15 time, which is sort of the beginning of the Asian session, and then we're going up, we're hitting, we're coming down. This is the Asian, oops, where is it? Here, so we've got that level there. We seem to always sort of make a top here, right? We had the Asian session here, Asian session here. So we make a top, we come up, and we kind of make a top. That's been the trend there for the last 3 sort of periods, which is going back to the 24th of last month. So we're doing about 20 days. So the fact that we've actually not reached this level gives me another indication, you know, we've pulled back down to sort of the previous low almost. So that makes me a little bit more wary. But as I said, if we reach this level again, I'd probably be looking to take a long position. So we've got the USD CAD and USD JPY coming through. We've already taken a trade on the USD JPY, so let's take a look at the USD CAD and see what's going on here. We would be taking a buy. No, we're not going to be doing that. Oh, or are we? Or are we? We are definitely going to be looking for a buy, but I'm going to need a little bit more confirmation probably before I take it. Or am I? Yeah, I think we've had too much of a sort of negative momentum there for me to be happy taking a sell here. We need to get a little bit of upwards momentum there, so we're going to leave that. We'll look at the GBP USD, and we'd be looking for a sell here. I quite like this, but I don't know how much we've got. 10. Yep, I'm taking that. GBP USD, we would be taking a sell. So let's hope that goes through. Yep, there we go. Because we've got, as you see, we've got plenty of room to move there. I was just a bit worried that we might be looking for a take profit below this level here, but we're not. And our stop loss is above this little high here, so I think that's a pretty good trade, a decent risk to reward. Not the best, but I believe that's a decent trade right there. Euro USD, would be looking for a buy. Yeah, no. We looked at that and we decided no. You'd probably be looking for a sell there, in my opinion. We've had quite a bit of sideways. We've broke down, tested this level here. It's not uncharted territory. We have been in an uptrend, sort of. No, okay, kind of more like a downtrend, but a lot of sideways movement these last 30 days or so, 20 days or so. So it could be any man's guess really there as to which way we're going to go. Pretty happy with these 3 trades we've taken so far though, and we'll just take a quick look at them one by one, and then we'll do a bit of a time lapse for 30 minutes or so, see whether or not we can pick up any other trades. Yeah, I quite like that trade. A little bit tight on the stop loss here, as I said. Good risk to reward, but yeah, we're going to hope for a little bit of downwards movement before the market close, and especially before the open of the London. Again, quite like this trade. We got the stop loss a little bit up, because if we are hitting that stop loss, we're likely continuing in the upwards direction. But we've shown an indication here of a bit of a pullback, and we want to capitalize on that. Unfortunately, it hasn't, I don't believe, closed below this level. We'll look at the live charts in a second, and the take profit is maybe a little bit large. I would have liked it sort of at this level here, but quite likely if it does continue downwards here, we are going to see it push below this level anyway, so don't hate it either. Yep, so we've moved down a little bit, or we're kind of stagnating actually a little bit at our level there. Let's just give a refresh. I do believe I fixed all of the issues yesterday to do with the updating of the charts, but let me just quickly check and see whether or not anything changes. Also fixed the issue with the chart where it was sort of jumping around a little bit, which is huge, right? That's was super frustrating to work with. What pairing was it? Euro JP. Okay, so we got a little bit of a change there. Bummer. So it hasn't been updating. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh well, we're still in it. We just really hope that we don't push above this level here. Why does it not like to update for me? Possibly we are not fetching. I was working with a function, turning it into a mixin. That's right, I haven't actually tested that. So we're getting the trades. No, we're getting the rates. Why are we not? Why is it not doing anything with them then? Possibly we just encountered a bug or something that stopped. Anyway, I'm going to do a time lapse here while I just investigate this a little bit and we wait for the next set of signals to come through.